Hiya, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking yourself.
I'm doing good, thank you. Um,
How's the US?
um, I'm in the UK currently.
Oh, okay, so it's a bit cold in it.
Yeah,
Let's say
always.
somewhere in Hong Kong or in the Asia Pacific.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm here to ask you today a couple questions about mixology.
Okay.
Um, for the people watching my videos on YouTube, for them to know from a professional
Ooh.
the the kind of most important things about mixology. So, what advice would you give to a starting mixologist?
For a starting mixologist, as an advice, on the creative part, make sure they are a bit more authentic, and also, following trends is not a problem. Stay original as possible. Uh, Make sure that they have a proper training, experience, and also knowledge about the alcohol, both negative and positive impact. So it's not only about making also money, creative arts, but also there is some areas that they have to look after because they're dealing with people who basically intake alcohol. Uh, that's my advice. Look after the creative part, authenticity of their work, and of course, a proper experience. It's either you went to a school or experienced bartender and a mixologist, to have their own creation and creativity. It's fun. So make sure they're having fun and they're happy with what they're doing.
Brilliant. What is the best thing about being a mixologist?
Um, Or would you like me to answer that on my personal experience or in general?
Your personal experience.
Well, for me, I think I had the chance to travel and see the world,
Mm,
So I'm in Hong Kong. This is now my 10th country to work with. And I have exposed myself to different kind of ethics, culture, individuals, and people of all nationalities. So basically, I have learned how to work with different kind of culture, religion, and also environment. So this adds something that makes my career very much interesting because I've been moving from one country to another, and I had the experience to learn and to grow, save money as well. At the same time, I'm understanding what is the current generation. So it's good. So this is something that I would probably uh, tell your viewers all over the world. Perhaps it's fantastic work. As long as you do it the right way, and also know your limits, and also use your experiences in a very proficient way.
mm, that's fantastic. Are there any cons to mixology, such as if you're doing it at home, such as cost or finding the time to do it? Well, finding time to do it or just time in general. Is that a con for mixology?
Sorry, I didn't get it. You paused. I think the network a bit more.
Oh, that's fine. Um, what are the cons to mixology, such as how much time it takes away and like just generally how much time like how far away you normally go? Are they cons, or what would you consider cons? What would you tell people?
I think being a mixologist is something, sky's the limit. Working in
Mm.
the hospitality industry or the entertainment, it goes on and on. And there's cons about the cost or being working in the alcohol industry. But the mixology is more into you focus to your creativity. Basically, your creativity that you're doing is your brand. So it's not about the spirit that you use. It's not about the alcohol content you use. It's actually, in general, as a liquid and also as an art form of how you deliver and execute your form of art. Just like myself, as an artist, I don't have a canvas, but I have a glass where I can basically paint my creativity. So that's how I focus. Of course, I work with spirits or alcohol, so these are some of the main ingredients, but they're not the general main ingredients of any mixology bowl. So there is also non-alcoholic drink. There's also a mocktail. Uh, there is a new criteria growing called spa mixology, where you focus to health and wellness. So this is kind of good for mixologists who are focused to non-alcoholic. It's not all about alcoholism or alcohol content in your art. Something that it's not easy to change the mindset of everyone. But for me, it's basically in general. So if you wanted to become a mixologist, it's all about the art of how you basically deliver. So it's a very competitive trend now. The same what's happening with the culinary art. So there is a mythology art. And this is, it's the same process where how you express your creativity, innovation, and art. So it's
That's
quite the limit.
brilliant. Yeah, that's brilliant. I love how you call it an art, because it truly is, because it does take skill. Like, it does take a lot of time to, master. Well, master. Yeah,
Yeah,
master is the
to
correct word. It
develop
takes a lot of
uh,
time.
develop yourself as well, and also how you get inspiration to one country to another, to people you met. This is where, anyways, it started. Cocktail in the 18th century, or even the back in the past. Some of the bar managers, mixologists, they make this drink to inspire when they're inspired to someone. Such as the Singapore sling. It's a very nationalistic cocktail that become the national cocktail of Singapore, because he inspired to his own country, and he wanted to make the whole country know about the drink. So that he called it Singapore Sling, and everyone knows about it. This is also what we are trying to do, as a mythologist, to one country to another. Basically, to deliver the art how we wanted to make the the piece of drink in a form of art. So it's a very interesting.
Lovely. And oh, what was my last question? What was my last question? Ah. Okay, I remember it now. Um, what would be the starter drink for a new mixologist? What drink would you suggest for a new mixologist to make first?
What is the new what?
Oh, sorry, the connection's awful. Um, what what would be the drink you suggest for a new mixologist to make first?
Oh, I would rather suggest for them to make alcohol free first. Something which is on the health and wellness part, so that they will understand what's in the ingredients in there. Depending also what kind of character they are. If they wanted to pursue elegant, sexy, or a classy one, start with the simple thing, and then put your authentic side in there. You know, what do you like? You know, if you like floral, if you like a bit more bold drink. So this kind of things that you start with, because once you start and learn how you basically express your drink in a healthiest way, you will understand furthermore if you move forward to putting an alcohol content in there. And of course, you should always start your drink first to have it to taste first before you basically give it so that you find out if it's not good for you. I'm sure it's not good for everyone, for someone else. So
Mm.
although we don't have the same palate, for me, I always make sure to know my market. If I'm in Asia, I know what they're like. If I'm in Europe, I know what they're like. So there are different areas. So it's the way how you basically put your last touch, your how you garnish it, and how you make it look nice, and the technique, of course. So both the very basic technique, five for me at the moment. It's five. Stick with the five basic. Shake, build, steer, blaze, or layer. And then after that, you will basically discover a few more techniques and introduce culinary technique in it, art in it, and also in science. So very basic foundation is the most important thing to start on. So once you learn this, it's it's a cake.
Mm. Thank you so much, Ron. Seriously, this
You're,
is an
you're very
amazing.
welcome. So what do you have?
Thank you so much. Seriously, this was an amazing interview. People are going to love this. All right. Thank
Well,
you.
thank you so much. I hope that they continue to deliver their art or their passion, whatever they want to do, be a mixologist, a bartender, or in the entertainment industry as an art. It's how you express yourself. So enjoy. Uh, thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.